Hello, Commander.
The hell, it's warmer, yeah.
I'm gonna munch on some gum.
Alright. Get you some, big boy. I finished my cold boy.
What's your favorite flavor of gum?
Pussy. I mean, probably... Let me think. Is that fucking XX Pieman XX? Holy shit. It kind of depends. It really kind of depends. As weird as that sound, like, I enjoy like a nice mint, but sometimes I'm more of like a spearmint kind of guy. Sometimes I'm just a cool mint kind of guy. Sometimes I'm just like a wild ranch bubblegum kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I just
Wild Ranch bubblegum? I'm sorry, no, I draw the line there. That's when I gag and kill myself.
You know, sometimes I just like a little bit of anchovy flavored gum. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just really want to just, you know, you know what I'm saying?
People rip on anchovies, and given that they are disgusting by themselves, have you ever had that pizza?
I don't touch anchovies. I'm sorry. I used to make pizzas, and they just scared the hell out of me. All right, here's a great question.
Just like little salt bags, which you'd think are like, oh, that's too much salt.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it works. Like it stings your mouth.
You like them?
It's so salty. I'm all right with them. Like I definitely can't eat them every day. Maybe like once a year or something. I'll go for a nice garlic and anchovy pizza. I mean, I have to rinse out with acetone and chlorine afterwards.
Understandable. Yeah.
It makes mustard gas or.
As soon as you eat the pizza and you go to the bathroom, does your pee just automatically turn gold because of how like dehydrated it makes you?
If I can remember correctly, it's more like
you just wake up in agony.
It's a deep brown, and then you get like 16 kidney stones, and then once those are passed, you can enjoy your anchovy pizza.
God, real question. Here's a quick question from a viewer. I'm gonna pass this to you because I can give you my answer, but Lemon, what would you is it worth getting Titans? In its current state, with its current everything, do you think it is currently worth
with its
buying?
Current price? What's its current price? $40?
Oh God, if it is, I would say fuck no. Wait until the game's fucking free.
Because what a lot of the developers will do is they don't change the price of their game. They just put it on sale occasionally.
Oh my God, it is? Fuck no! Don't touch this thing with a 500-foot pole. Fuck this game.
Don't touch this game.
God.
For $40. Never fucking touch this game for $40. Because I think honestly, they're like, you know, if some idiot wants to buy it for $40, they'll buy it for $40. Everyone else is gonna wait for a sale. But I've seen this game on sale.
$40.
Humble Bundle for like, God, what was it? I think I
pennies on the dollars when you buy it.
Game for Aiden and Burke, both of them, for like $3. I remember when I first bought the original game, I was so hyped about it. I got like the fucking $80 version. Not worth. I learned from that experience though.
Well, to be fair,
they just came out with Titans, but I did get a really good discount for that since I was one of the premium people. But
right, I was gonna say I got the game for $60, and in my opinion, when it was still relevant, I would say I have put almost 2,000 hours into this game. So for the like $100 some odd that I've put in, for the people I've met, the stories I've had, the interactions that I've made with it, I would say with all of that considering, yes. But for someone who is just, you know, looking to find a good RTS game, no, this is not worth the $40. You can find a lot of other games for much cheaper, much better.
StarCraft 2 is free.
StarCraft 2 is free. They're making a Warcraft 3 Reforged soon, so that's also happening.
Let's talk about, sorry, this is a new subject.
Sure.
It kind of goes along with it. RTS games not being made by AAA companies that are going to be coming out. Like Iron Harvest. Your Spearmen or whatever it's called.
Bannermen, but yeah, close enough.
Bannermen, same thing.
Okay. Spearmen.
Which one do you think is going to be the most successful of all these smaller companies?
Iron Harvest, because it has been much more covered. As much as I would like Bannermen to do better, I think just Battlefleet Armada Gothica came out last week. the newest one. I see. I think that game. Let me get comment on that game, and then I'll get back to answering your question. I think it's a fun game. It looks interesting. I don't know. It wanted to be a tabletop game, but like at the same time, it's just not. I don't know. There's only so much you can do in the game, and like yes, you can dump hundreds of hours into the game to mastering it, but giant robots killing each other in space. You know, you already have my interest right there.
Yeah.
What is?
About
Why? God.
what is up with these ugly ass blue planets? This is a 4v4v4. V4. V4v4. This does not look like a map for a 4v4v4v4v4.
Well,
this looks like an 8v8.
Yeah.
Like it says it's an 8v8 or a 4v4v4, but where?
Where?
It
when
doesn't
she
look like
when
it's
she
gonna
lifts
be balanced
her
at
shirt
all.
to show you her tits, but there aren't any. Where are they?
So it's always gonna be, essentially, it's gonna be a 2v1 for everyone on this map. It's only gonna be a half-assed 2v1 though, because you're gonna have to defend both sides of your shit.
Yep. Real quick though, let's Iron Harvest and Bannerman before the game starts. So, Iron Harvest I think is going to do better because it has a Company of Heroes feel, which and it also has that blend of giant robots, which a lot of people always fuck off. And then fuck you, Lemon. And then Bannerman has the feel of a StarCraft 2, but I feel like its biggest problem is it's going to be called a clone and then die immediately as soon as that happens. But all right, let's get into introducing the players. Yeah.
Also, by the way, that wasn't me pinging.
I know. All right, so first we have Vestin, Southern Savage, Fabric King, Gundam, XX, Pieman, KP Frog, Dirty Apples, Kamasumi, Time and Space, Fasci General, Deathico, the Dutch, WAF, Ace, Cryo Freeze, Thunder Dragon, and Killer Kiwi. All right. Game review.
Iron Harvest. I can say something about Iron Harvest. Have Iron Harvest. I got the Kickstarter, and I've been able to participate in the alphas to this point. Alpha 1 disappointed me on my supercomputer, essentially. I was dropping frames. There was like 2 mechs and 2 units. And I was like, I know this is early alpha, but this is concerning if this is all they've done to this point. And so I didn't play for a while. I went back recently. Now they're up to like 6 or 8 mechs.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
They're focusing more on mechs than anything, which I'm glad. That this should not be a game focused on infantry
people,
units.
Yeah.
It should definitely not. So I'm glad they're doing that. 2 factions and up to 2v2, because before it was only 1v1.
Right.
No frame drops, and now my faith is back. I think they could make this one be one kick-ass game. The only main complaint I have, which is a graphical complaint, is giant diesel punk, which is what they are. They're diesel punk mechs. Emit no smoke. 0 smoke.
Well, that's because they're carbon efficient. They're worried about the environment.
Fuck off. It's 1920. Diesel punk. Don't tell me there's not going to be black smoke billowing out of these giants. I want to see that shit. And there better be at least a mod for it.
Fair enough. All right, let's hop into the game now. So, we have the very first tier 2 coming out from either from Communism. And everyone else is pretty much sticking to their tier 2 strategy. I don't think we see too much variation from that. Everyone else seems to be kind of doing this tier 1 tank docs meta, which I would be really interested to see how many people try and do like a more tank heavy or centric kind of style because of how close everyone is in proximity. You know, usually you want to use docs because of how aggressive and micro intensive you can be with them, but with tanks you can just move them up, plop them down, and just say, come at me, bro. I got tanks, you just got docs.
Here's one fight I've been watching so far that is very one right now. Gundam versus Time and Space Pie. Gundam rushed docks, and he was able to take out the economy of Space Pie, and he has the numbers advantage far right now. Space Pie is going to need something major to change to pull this one out of his ass, or someone's going to need to come help him, because at this point he's gotten locked down, and Gundam's going to have such a much larger economy than him. It's going to be hard to come out of this.
Understandably.
I have faith. He's a good player. Hopefully he'll be able to come out of it. I don't want to see him out. So.
Actually, looking right below it, we have Fabric King doing exactly what he does best, which is being an absolute turtle. But here's the problem, though. Because this metal is so exposed, these docks are constantly exposed. And, oh, man, if Fasci General... Actually, we have really two really good players, like, right next to each other, ironically enough.
Fabric King, again, this early game,
it's too weak.
His defenses. He's lost his defenses.
Look, he's even reclaiming the...
already.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. It's just not... And as long as Fasci General can be aggressive and secure the metal that's right here, that's pretty much the end for Fabric King. He won't have the economy that he needs.
You've got the number one 1v1 player, and you know how we win one? Early game harassment and pushing. That's how you win 1v1. Up against the main turtler of the entire group. And given when he can turtle, he kicks ass.
Yep.
But this isn't a guy who's going to let him turtle. This was like the least ideal matchup for...
This is Fasci General's... Yeah, this is going to be Fabric King's bane. Here's the thing, though. He has to be aggressive. I feel like if he gives him that opportunity to sleep, if he catches him sleeping, he's gonna suffer for it. And it looks like Fasci General is just more in tune with trying to be aggressive. And just slightly north of us, we can actually see Gundam, also known as, I just found this out, as Zankar, is actually being very aggressive and almost getting into Time and Space Pie's infrastructure, which is a very big deal.
See, now I actually know Zankar. I know that name. I didn't know Gundam's name, but I just knew he was doing well in the past game. But it's like you've got Flashy General killing it against Fabric King, but then you've got Gundam killing it against Space Pie, and now I think Flashy General has at least realized, hey, I haven't been helping my ally at all. At least I can go start taking out some of Gundam's, which it's like Fabric King kind of tried to stop, but he didn't really have anything to stop it. And now,
yeah, but I feel like
completely open. He's just gonna push in.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Again though, I feel like he's letting Fabric King. He's not really being as aggressive as he could. He knows that he can't kill the commander, sure, but why not at least soft contain Fabric King? Maybe catch off some of those Fabbers. If those Fabbers die, he's dead. That's his entire shtick. It's gone. But
and
here comes the production, and as soon as he gets that economy, he's gonna go right back to what he feels comfortable with, turtling. Yeah.
Yeah, if these get down
yeah,
enough defenses,
he's dead.
He's not dead.
Tier 2.
But it's a problem. He wasn't a problem. He didn't have to be a problem. But now he's actually got a decently sized army because Fabric King realized, all right, I need to get down some factories. I need to start building up an army. And sure, Flashy General's push against Gundam has really, really helped out Space Pie and given him a second chance. And now he can finally stuff back up, hopefully get up a Pelter or something. Anything. Because this Pelter's just going to wreck him if he doesn't.
Well, let's see if he made the right choice. I mean, at this point, it's going to be a matter of did Fasci General make the right call in going after Zankar instead of going after and possibly even trying to basically gimp Fabric King? That's going to be the real question for this section.
He ain't breaking this anymore. So
no, he's not touching that.
But he doesn't have any defenses over here, which I don't understand. It's like, I guess he just wants to...
He could kill the commander, though. Here's the thing. If he pushes for the kill, he could actually kill the commander.
This is open.
It's gonna be one of those weeaboo fights where they both like charge each other and then they both swing at the same time. But the real question is which of the two weeaboos actually landed the hit to kill the other. This commander's already beelining it.
Yeah. Running.
Yeah.
He's running. He knows if I can just because that's a really good play against these Fabbers. Is he got the friggin' whatever you call them
the lobbers
things that launch docks is the lobbers. But
they didn't do anything though.
He's turret rushing him.
Yeah, because it works.
8, nearly 9 minutes into the game. You don't see that. How did he let this happen? Because
he didn't kill the dogs. He knows who he's playing against, I would think. I mean, they have their own, unique names. But, I mean, this is kind of what you get. This is what you get for not respecting that game. And sure, he's going to kill the power, and that's a very big deal because now a lot of his infrastructure hinged on his economy having that. But this catapult will do work, I guess.
These Fabbers of Fabric King and these turrets will do work. They're doing really good work. but they can only take you so far. And he's building another factory. He's moved his commander over here. But guess what? This guy is losing his fight already against this guy. And now he's going to have this pushing into his ass. And they're both going to die. And he realizes that. So he's running over to purple. But purple's getting pushed. And the only person with any structure left on their team is Gundam. And I think that's going to be the end of their alliance.
Well, as long as Gundam can... I mean, the thing is, though, there's still a couple other teams that are still active, if you will, on the map. So as long as they can... As long as they can kind of make one big mega base, and Zankar can do his thing, and Gundam can do his thing, and just protect them, it's not the end of the world. Because, I mean, look at this army that's pushing here. That is going to kill time and space, let's be honest. That's going to end it.
Something really interesting. You look right here, the army that is pushing into Dark Blue's base, part of it is this light green.
Yeah.
And you look over at light green and you're like, oh, he's doing pretty well. Why is he doing pretty well? Because communism hasn't moved out of his base yet. He hasn't even bothered to take the stuff that should have been his. There's no dead units. There's no dead metal extractors. You can tell he hasn't even tried to expand, and that is going to screw over the other alliance and just allow this teal green person to become a powerhouse.
Oh, there's the first.
Yep, there's first.
And, actually, fun fact, there's a bounty multiplier on this game, so Killer Kiwi getting a 0.1 multiplier to his economy, which is a big deal. That stuff adds up, especially the longer the game goes. That just kind of compounds itself. And he is also building in areas. We didn't really kind of focus on the rest of the players, which is partially on my fault for, not bringing it around, but we do have just such a high combat exposure. Oh, my God. You want to talk about a bittersweet irony here. He can't kill that. That is mostly tier 2 with a an absolute crap ton of tank. That's going to kill him.
The thing is, he's the last one on his alliance. Brown's about to push. This is just like a final hurrah to get revenge, and he'll probably end up killing Flashy General here if he's not terrible.
But that's the thing. It shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't lose. This Flashy General shouldn't have died if he had just focused down the bots. But instead, he tried to do this, like, support thing, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand protecting the teammate, but look, here comes these tier... Oh, actually, the tier 2's dead. Oh, no, there's still one more. Oh, yeah, there it goes. That sucks. This is why you don't help your friends, kids. Fuck them.
He has nothing less to defend his base, and he's going to get pushed by about 4 armies at this point.
Dang.
But he killed their main powerhouse. And so let's look at the 2 remaining full alliances. We've got, like, the brown, which is pushing and killing him, and red, but communism ain't doing shit right now. Or that's not communism, that's Ace. Ace, the 2 red people just ain't doing shit this game. I don't know why. And then you've got Dirty Apples, which we already know is a really good player, up against this red. He's gonna be able to win this fight. The only chance red has is if save him.
Yeah. Big engagement, actually. White is getting... not Boombot Rush, because a lot of dogs just kind of rolled in, but a little bit of infrastructural damage, and there's, now we can kind of transition. By the way, I want to talk about this real quick, because this is really interesting. Kono Communism is building a Omega. I'm really curious to see how this will work, because they're primarily...
But that's all he's got.
Well, they're primarily built to kill Avengers. That's kind of the thing, because they were the rock, paper, scissors for the orbital game, because you'd have to do Avengers to counter the space snipers,
bombs,
whatever their correct name is. Then you use and then you have the Omegas to protect the space sniper bots from the why don't I want to call them Phoenix? That's not the right term, but the
Here's the problem I have.
Dang, I'm big dumb today. That
right
sucks.
Now. He is at 60% efficiency right now because he hasn't expanded. Like, he may get this one Omega out. One Omega ain't gonna do shit. You just need to get, like, 2 umbrellas and you can kill it.
Yeah, basically.
And those are so easy and quick to build. Like, Omegas, don't get me wrong, they're really good units. You get 16 of those things in, like, an orbital fight, or, like, just, push someone, you can snipe any commander you want regardless of umbrellas.
Ooh, hang on, real quick. Big engagement here. White is pretty much going to roll through and probably kill off blue here.
You know what blue's problem was?
What's that? Ooh,
only tier 1. Only.
Yeah, well, tier 2 just started.
Tier 2 factory, but he just started, and he's pushing these guys with his commander.
Well, he doesn't really have a choice. He has to, you know what I mean? The bombers, though. big
Bombers, though.
deal. That's a
Bombers,
lot of
though.
damage.
Okay, well then.
That was a good save. He needed to do that. But, you know, slap on the wrist. Guess who has no anti-air? Ha! It's white. Real quick, by the way, okay, I don't know why I did that. Purple has been more or less completely gutted by, I guess we'll call this salamander color, because I don't know what kind of color that is. And has pretty much gutted him. Again, though, Zankar has the Mega Base.
So
No one's
here's
touched
what
him.
I'm seeing. The Pieman team and the WAF team are the only teams that have not lost people. 2 people have died so far, which feels like more have died because essentially more have died. Like Space Pie is
There goes
dead.
your
Like,
boy.
he shouldn't be alive at this point, but people have just basically forgotten about him and his team because they're not a threat. They've got bigger things to worry about. But yeah, your boy's dead now. So
Yeah, rip the apple.
that's not something I expected.
Lemon, what in God's... Oh, rip KB. What happened? Did he just die or did he leave?
I think he just deleted
no,
himself.
Yeah, blue, or maybe blue sniped him, I guess, but it's awkward.
I think he just GG'd out, maybe. Well,
Yeah, I think he did
in
because...
a team game, you shouldn't GG out like that.
No,
honestly.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. Even if you're just being a meat shield for slightly longer, it'll give your ally a better chance. But
Red...
given their team is screwed, essentially.
Yeah, I think it's going to really come down to Killer Kiwi versus Gundam Mega Base, to be honest with you. It looks like the other kind of lesser kingdoms are more or less falling, and here comes Blood Red getting... Oh, hey, look, the Omega's out just in time to defend him. You want to talk about a very ironic twist, that's pretty much how you do it.
Hey, you know, he could have killed those 2 small balls of units in maybe like 10 minutes. So he could have done it. He
maybe.
just needed an extra 10 minutes.
Maybe just
to
a
pick
couple,
off those
yeah.
slowly. Because I'll tell you what they're not good at. They're not good at crowd control. They're good at sniping like 1 unit, but they don't have a very far range. You've essentially got to be on top of the unit. So you can just run the ground units away, and they can't do much to chase after.
Oh, by the way, the Ares is done here for Killer Kiwi, which is actually a very big deal because I like to equate an Ares to basically a mobile Hulkins. It has a very large range, it has very strong artillery presence, and it helps to kind of help push your team when you're trying to basically fight turtle encampments like basically stationary Hulkins and other units like other Titans, as long as it's obviously not the Zeus. Or no, the what are the what's the flying Titan?
And if you want an actual Hulkins on wheels, just download the Legion mod, because they got that.
That is true. That is very true. So we'll kind of leave the pip on this kind of no man's land here while we watch dark red or kind of crimson and light blue here push into what I would assume is Zankar's playground. Oh, rip Pieman. He was...
I thought he died.
I guess he just did. He died... Oh, yeah, he was just finally swallowed up by...
Who's the person who GG'd out?
That was KB.
Oh, that was KB, alright.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. I'm usually... You don't expect that from a player like KB.
Yeah. You were talking about Gundam having the Mega Base, but I was just looking... Killer Kiwi has nearly twice his economy at this point, and he's still got allies, so I'm pretty sure it's safe to say
that's just a numbers game at that point. Yeah, absolutely.
who's got this game in the bag, and it is Killer Kiwi Alliance, which I'm gonna call it the Killer Kiwi Alliance because he's the backbone.
709 versus 415. Yeah, that's a very strong economic presence. I think at that point, if Gundam wants to try and get back into the game, he's going to have to kind of do like what we saw with the last game with Dirty Apples, where he was just expanding where no one really would look to expand. He was taking space where no one would normally look to take space. Speaking of which, Zankar is pushing in here with no anti-air, and this is why you always need to have at least 1 or 2 spinners in the background just, you know, running, because this is throwaway. This is all trash. This entire army was deleted by a couple bombers, which could have easily been cleared, and then some basic micro to keep away the dogs. That's all he had to do, but because he didn't have those spinners in his army wasn't kitted out to deal with something as silly as pure bombers.
And you know, Killer Kiwi, he secured his victory because he's got 3 Ares now, or the third
Oh,
one's up back
God.
to finish. And that's just death. I don't care what kind of ground army you have.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You can't stop that.
He's also building unit cannons, which is actually kind of funny because that's a great way. Also, mad respect. He doesn't see them. There's no reason to build it, but he does have the anti-nukes. That is such an... It's one of those things... It's one of those things that you protect yourself from. You don't know if it's coming. You probably will never see it this map, and it still hasn't. No one's built nukes at all. But because he doesn't know, just because he doesn't know, doesn't mean it couldn't. It could be. It's not a possibility. Is what I'm trying to get at, and mad respect for that. Mad respect. It's kind of like building a bunch of tier 1 turrets around your commander just in case some psychopath builds boom bots. You might not ever see them until it's too late, but you do it anyways because of the hours that you put into this game and the amount of times that it's happened to you. You just become almost trained to prepare for something like that. And oh, hey, look at that. There's the first nuke of the game. And guess who has 3 anti-nukes sitting in his base? Well, I mean, ironically enough, Blue is going to get the anti-nuke launcher that was sitting in Waff's base, which is kind of ironic. But another Ares... Oh, no, this one, this time for Zankar or Gundam's economy. But again, it's a 4v1 at this point, and there's also a very large, as you had mentioned...
And the nuke's gone.
Yeah. There's also a very large convoy group that is with this army, so all Kiwi really has to do is just kind of sit on his hands and let this army get attacked by Zankar's units, which are going to have to react, and he wins. As long as these units just get that nice arc and the engagement they need to do, they're good. That's all they have to do.
I mean, it's...
Oh, what in God's name?
Gundam and a few people are still barely hanging on versus... 1 extremely strong player and 3 strong players. He can't. It's not.
Right. It's just gonna kind of fall apart.
At this point, it's just he's using boom bots against him. That's kind of BM.
He's trying, but actually though, here's the crazy thing though. Look at what the amount of damage he's doing. He's not trying to snipe the commander. He's just using them to clean up the armies that are coming. They're trying to deal with the Ares, and it's actually working surprisingly well. I mean, look at the damage they've done. They've cleared a path to the enemy Ares. They're going to target down the enemy Ares, and I mean, as you can see, Zankar's already in the process of trying to flee. He knows that he can't hold this position, and it's too late.
He's got a lot of Blue Hawks. Blue Hawks, very good. If you can micro them, theoretically you can take out the entire enemy army so long as
Yeah, but Gillies.
But they're not. Yeah, they've got
But
Gillies, but that's not enough Gillies to stop that many Blue Hawks.
It's not. But Gillies.
That's a shit ton of Blue Hawks. That is.
It is though. It really is.
It's 38 Blue Hawks. And the Gillies are gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing its job, but the thing is, as soon as these areas get vision, oh, that's so BM. Here comes the Astraeus pickup, and until Killer Kiwi gets into space, he can't kill the commander. It's scummy, but hey, it keeps him alive.
Yeah.
And thankfully, there isn't a planet-to-planet hop in between, which is, thank God. But either way,
Crestor would be here all day.
Yeah, really. But hey, he's gonna stay alive for just a little bit longer, and now he doesn't have to worry about his commander getting sniped as long as his Killer Kiwi does not get a orbital base, which I'm assuming we're going to... Oh yeah, here comes the first orbital launcher from... Oh, this is the Team Zankar, but okay.
You know what I'd love to see Gundam do right now? Just go drop his commander on brown stuff.
Good luck, because his commander is literally covered in tier 2 anti-air, so as soon as he gets within targeting range, he's a goner. Poor old Forest Green, though. Southern Savage. Fabric... Okay, I want to point this out, okay? Again, mad respect to Fabric-King, but his involvement in this game, because he's been... Well, he kind of got wiped, and he just really hasn't been able to settle because he doesn't have a base, because all of his economy is in Fabbers. Ooh, there goes Southern Savage. And there's the Astraeus pickup, so now we have 2 commanders, which are more or less... I mean, they're safe. You know, they're okay, I guess. Ooh, hang on, big
Blue's in space, so
big engagement. Hang on, right here. Blue and brown going to get this commander, so Waff is down. But Killer Kiwi's base is still very strong. Look at all those boom bots! Holy shit! That's
That is approximately 273 boom bots.
Wow.
More
I mean, hey, well, here's the thing though. This is smart. I really like Darker Brown's move. They got the commander, and then they left. They knew they couldn't push any further, and I have huge respect for them for that, because they know this is a much larger base. We can't engage this. Save the units for later. Let's use them when we can use them. But for now, this ain't it, B. And it looks like Killer.
This ain't ever it, because they're about to die. That was a cool move, but it was kind of one of those, one of those final like hurrah things that
I can't move.
It's not gonna go further than that.
Yeah.
But it was cool, so it was a good move. I haven't given a tip this game.
Oh, Lemon, how could you?
My tip for the game.
Okay.
Never, ever stop building economy. Regardless of how good your economy is. If you can build economy, which obviously you can't always build economy, like if you're getting pushed, but if you can build economy, build that fucking economy, because it'll be useful to you.
Yeah. I think my tip would be, let's think, let's do the big think here. Consolidation is absolutely key to winning a game like this. There's so many different variables that you have to figure out, especially when it comes to where your team is going to eventually settle once the dust lands. Always expanding and being aggressive is one of the biggest things that you can do in a game like this, because a lot of players, especially once they start getting attacked, they will begin to turtle. It's just natural. You get attacked, so you want to be defensive. It makes sense. What you have to do, though, is... Oh, hang on. What is... Was that the commander drop? I mean, yeah, his commander's gonna die. But I think he's just trying to do damage to the... Oh no, I think he's... Oh, that's so BM. He's not killing the commander. He's just move commanding them so that the units don't attack him. Oh, that's so BM. Oh, that's so BM. He's not killing him so that it doesn't attack, so it doesn't... the commander doesn't detonate and then damage any of his units. Wow. Mad respect to Killer Kiwi for understanding the control game. And now what he's going to probably do is he'll send like 4 or 5 boom bots, deal with the commander, and that way he'll never lose any actual damage once he's like cleared the area. That is so funny.
That's so extra. I love it. Oh, he's building a factory. Because why not?
I can't get down to watch the fight because the lag is actually murdering me. Okay, can we just look at all these bombers? Can we just spend a hot minute talking about the power of literally like 5 or 6 anti-air vehicles? Like, come on, guys. Some spinners, just a little bit. There's a couple of storms. I think these are called storms, right? Yeah, storms. Cool. Okay. There's a couple of storms for Killer Kiwi's army, and there's the Ares is really making a great push, but the storms aren't really in any good position. I feel like with all the tier 1 that he still has, maybe just 1 factory, 2 factories, just switch just a little bit, so that you don't have to deal with all of this crap, essentially.
Yeah, Brown's done a fantastic job.
Which Brown?
Of defending Dark Brown.
Okay.
As best as he can with the limited resources he has. He's done a great job.
Absolutely.
For crying out loud. But he could kill that Ares, but there's a second one. I mean, he's already killed one. He'd have to kill that second one, and then he'd have to kill the third one. So yeah, at this point, it's just he's had an economy large, where basically, Killer can just move and win at this point, and I honestly don't know why they haven't done that. Like
it could be a problem of just logistically getting all this stuff to move at the same time, because it's just the lag that we're now experiencing almost 30 minutes into the game, and also the fact that there's quite a few SSX and other things that are kind of like raining down, causing a struggle. The Ares that are over, I wish I could actually target them, but I guess I won't. The areas that Killer Kiwi has are currently getting peppered by a couple bombers. I mean, those are just little things that, especially when you have you're 30 minutes into a game and you're really trying to just focus and get everything done, it's just adding more white noise to an already tense situation. And please, for the love of Jesus, murder all those docs. How many is that?
Yeah, it's 500 docs.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Like, all he needs is just a couple... Oh, here we go. Thank God. Here comes the anti-air. Thank you. So he's going to deal with that, and then as soon as the bombers get in, Here's the funny thing, that this commander is nowhere near, so these areas are gonna like find what they want inside of this base. But that's it. They're not gonna find anything else. They can't even find anything else because there's no commander here. He's gone.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at orange and look at brown. They're not on the same team, are they? No. Oh wait, yes they are.
I
thought
wish I
they were
could.
on separate.
Oh my
It's
god, these dogs.
Space Pie and Dutch. or
Oh
whatever.
god, they're gonna kill the Ares. Oh god. Because the amount of focus fire these suckers can do, it's so insane. Yeah, these dogs are they're gonna at least pick off this first Ares. They honestly, these dogs should just be hugging the Ares just so that its turn won't be able to do nearly as much. Though I do think it has a problem of actually flattening the dogs and killing them when it steamrolls. So need to be careful of that. But yeah, this thing
It'll
is
kill, like, it'll kill,
going
like,
away.
20 a shot, but it's not shooting them right now. It's not even.
Might be
attacking
too close.
Does it do explosive damage when it dies? Or
I don't believe so. I don't think it's like
No,
the
it does
Atlas. Not really.
Remember when Brown put his units on, like, don't attack so Black could survive for a bit longer?
Yeah.
I think he left them on that for.
Oh my
a couple
god.
times.
I think you're right. Oh no, there we go. The Ares is firing now.
I mean, he just turned it off. He just realized what was going on.
Yeah, that's awkward. That's a very expensive mistake. Darn. Alright, we're gonna close the
But
pit
it's
because
one that he can make since he's been on, what, 1,000 economy.
essentially yes. There's another big army here from Killer Kiwi pushing in. I think blue might finally skid out.
Economy.
Can we? Okay, I know that we talked a lot of shit to Blue about how he was only massing tier 1. Can we talk about how he's still alive compared to the #1 Uber player in the world, the #2 Uber player in the world, and a lot of these very well-known players? Can we just give a bad shout out? Okay, who the fuck is Blue? Blue? Deathico. First of all, fuck you, but congratulations for doing so well in what I thought was going to be an easy steamroll for the enemy team. Well done. I don't know how you've managed to stay alive. I think that the power of being incognito mode is honestly very powerful for you, but finally you're going to die, but damn, you did so well in this nightmare of a fight that you've been in, so congratulations for at least getting this far and fighting the good fight.
Yeah. Also, Light Brown has not been taking very efficient fights at this point.
No, he's been
I don't
throwing
blame
away
him.
his
I
lead.
don't blame him because when I'm this far ahead, like, which rarely happens, but when I am, I'm just like, fuck it, just A move. I don't give a shit at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Game's lagging enough. I want to, like, look at memes while I just win while doing nothing. But this game should have been over quite a while ago, I feel like.
Yes, I agree with you. I think at this point it's just a matter of just kind of the cleanup process, and the lag is just slowly getting... Oh, there's an Atlas out for Light Blue. And he's stomping into Orange's base, which is exactly what he needs to be doing. But, funny fact, Orange is not in this base. Orange's commander is in another kingdom. There goes Deathico. He finally falls. There is essentially only 2 more commanders left, and they're pretty much hanging out with each other here. And so I think once the real... Oh my god. Kiwi just lost another Ares to an SSX because he doesn't have any sort of orbital presence. None whatsoever. It's dark brown, red, and light blue. Again, like as you had mentioned, he's probably not really paying attention to something like that. But these SSX, their kills add up very quickly. And when there's 4 of them sitting in one area, I mean, that's a lot of extra damage.
Shoutouts to Fabric King for still being alive.
Oh, hey, look at that. Good for him. Well, I mean, he's kind of just...
he's
Brown,
not being
Red, what are you
useful
doing?
by it.
He's not even near those anchors. You can go around the anchors, my dude. Literally, all it would take is just one space sniper guy, and that's pretty much the end of Fabricking. But yeah, shoutouts to him. I mean, he was supposed to be dead about 10-15 minutes ago, but he's still fighting, so good for him.
You
Good
know
for
what
him.
I want to see, just for the fun of
Oh,
it?
there
I
goes
wanna
time and
see-
space.
I want to see Light Brown. I want to see little delete his commander. Just for the
Just
fun
for the
of it.
giggle of it, yeah.
Just for the giggle of it, because his team's powerful enough to win this. I mean, there's what,
You say that.
one commander.
There goes
floating
another
in
one.
space.
And then there was one. One commander to rule them all.
But yeah, somehow Fabric King has managed to bring his
Outlast them
second
all.
place. I mean, second place.
Yeah, you did it.
One winning team. But, you know,
Uh-oh. Lemon, I want you to look me into the eyes and say sweet nothings. Tell me it's gonna be okay. Here comes a nuke.
I heard there was
In the arms of an angel.
Please the Lord, but
Dodge
you
this, you
don't
bitch.
really
Holy shit,
care
Jesus
for
Christ, chill,
music,
dude.
do ya?
If he dodges it,
Like
that would be
this,
such
the
a fucking
fourth,
great
the
flex.
fifth, the minor fourth, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's what you get for talking shit.
Big goof. Now he's just gonna run away, see how long he can piss him off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. At this point, that's what you get. Dodge this, you bitch.
What if the server crashes?
I would be pissed. I would be so pissed. The hunt for
The next game
the
they joined in the
fabricating.
lobby, and he's like, technically you guys didn't.
Run, bitch, run! Oh, this is
Look
awkward.
at
He's
that
caught in between
air.
anti-air and some Astraeuses.
Run!
Oh.
Wait,
In
wait,
the
wait,
arms of an
Yeah,
angel.
He's going.
Oh. Oh, okay, there we go.
I was like, if he can just like juggle like in between.
In between,
space
that would be
and
so. Oh my god, that'd be insane.
the micro for that would be quite neat. All right, well, good game. Wait, that's it, right?
Yeah, that's the end. Everyone else is dead.
All right, well, my game's lagging so hard. There it is. I just
GG.
want to look at the economy stats real quick, like, cause just light brown again.
Damn.
Like he
That
was just
yeah. Well, I mean, times
the thing
1.6
that-
economy. That's huge.
metal production. Where is that?
2.5.
I'm trying to find it in the
Oh, I got you. I got you.
metal production. There it is. That's the most important thing. He was leading
Oh my god. Yeah, you can see it.
in 600. He took the lead about 600, 620.
Yeah.
And from there was a point where Amatericus
Yeah. WAF.
he got caught up a tiny bit. WAF
Yep.
caught up a tiny bit, but then once he died, there was nothing contesting him. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of a point of
And
the game.
here's what I don't like to see. If you look at the metal production of Red, the final, I don't know, sixth of the game
Yeah.
just flatlined, didn't expand at all. It's
What
like,
was
yes, your team's
metal
winning.
production, you said?
Yeah, metal production.
Okay.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
on the
you can
top.
see it. Yeah, he flatlined and then he just started to build
You know,
his stuff.
Notice how no one else really ever flatlined, because
Mhm.
again, you don't ever flatline, even if your team's winning. Never flatline, or try to never flatline. Obviously, sometimes there's points where you can't help it, where like you're so surrounded and locked down, you can't. But
Okay, real quick, can we just? I want to go into Units Factory. I just want to show you this. Gundam was leading in Units Factory, Units Mobile, and in total units for up until the 900 second mark, which is nuts. He had such a commanding lead, and then I think the problem was he took one bad engagement, or maybe that was when the Ares started to make their presence known on the map. And I mean, you can see it just in the Units Mobile. It crashed. He went from 500 down to basically 300 in 100 seconds. In a matter of
And then
100
you
seconds,
had-
he lost almost 200 active units, which is nuts. I mean, this could be docks or something, but still, that's a big presence.
you know what wasn't helping the lag in the game was just
500 docks being produced.
Yeah, Blue's 600 docks there near the end, just
Yeah,
chilling like
that'll
some
do it.
fuckers.